Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, Facebook. Or maybe you're watching it on Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn, maybe. It's Friday, yeah. Just one for the TikTokers, Saturday, Sunday. Sorry, got a little bit distracted. Kind of like the TikTok for those of you that want to join in the love for that. So today I want to talk to you about decisions, because there are a number of us that really struggle and stress over making a decision. And I've been thinking about this, and I've been doing some work with my coaching peers around this as well this week. And I think it sort of boils down to four things. The reason I've sort of categorized it into the four things that we need to consider when we're making a decision. And the four things are, firstly, there is no right or wrong way to decide. That actually when you're not making a decision, you are actually deciding to stay how things are. The third one is that we're never making a decision from our future self. We're making it from who we are today and not who we want to be. And the fourth thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that the more decisions you make, the better you get at it. So I'm just going to sort of talk about each one of those. And the first one being that there is no right or wrong. So I think most of us think, I need to make the right decision. It has to be the right choice. So sort of there's a number of decisions I'm making at the moment whilst I'm growing my business, but one of the biggest decisions I have to make at the moment with my family is the secondary school that my son's going to go to. And there's this very weighted, I have to make the right decision. What if I make the wrong decision? But here's what I'd like you to consider. Who is going to decide whether the decision is right or wrong? The choices that you need to make in your life, who's going to be the person that decides whether that choice is right or wrong? Well, that's you. And actually, you might make a decision and it might not give you the outcome that you were hoping for. But you get to choose then, actually, I now know that wasn't the right path to take. So let's try something else. Good information to know. Because I made that decision, I now know more than what I knew before. So I'm further along in finding out what I need to do than what I was before I made the decision. Because here's the thing with a decision. Decisions are the ultimate power we have as humans. So I heard this recently, my peer Becky Kemp reminded me of this. She heard it from our teacher Brooke Castillo, but it kind of really resonated with me, because as humans, our power is in making choices. We get to decide. None of the other animal kingdom gets that. But as humans, we get to decide. We get to be who we want to be. We get to do what we want to do. We get to choose whether things are good or bad, or right or wrong. That's our decision. So at all times, you could just choose that was the right decision to make, because I've learned from it. Even if it didn't give me the required outcome, I've learned information along the way, good to know. And I also, going on to the second point, that actually, by not making the decision, you are actually deciding to stay the same. And I think that's kind of a bit crazy as well. By not committing to starting exercising, by not committing to maybe having coaching, by not committing to maybe going for that job promotion that you want, by not making that decision to take that action, you think that actually you're not making a decision. But what you are doing is choosing and deciding to stay exactly how you are. Now, I'm not saying by that you should change, but knowing that that is what's happening to you and that I'm okay with that is what gives you your control and your power. So just know that when you don't make a decision, you are deciding to keep things as they are, which for you might be fine, and that's okay. Just have that you know that that's what you're doing. And then so many of us make the decision from who we are today. So this is my third point. We make the decision based on who we are today, not on what we want to get or who we want to be or where we want to go. And the thing is, the reason we're where we are today is because of the decisions that we've made until this point. So the reason I was overweight is because I decided to eat all the squashies in the bag instead of just a handful. I used to love squashies. Do you know they're the makers that make drumsticks, and they're those little like rectangle sweets, pink one side, white the other. Like, my mouth is actually watering with my body's anticipation of it. But what was very fascinating is that I tried one the other day. Oh my God, it tasted awful. I actually had to spit it out. Where I've done so much work around my sugar cravings and eliminating that refined sugar from my diet, I was like, that's nasty. So sorry, bit of a side note there. But making that decision to always come back into the kitchen and finish the bag off is what made me put on weight. But that decision to do that always felt unconscious, like I didn't have any control, it just happened. But of course it does. You do have control over it. Nothing ever just happens. So knowing that decisions are not even life-changing, we're doing them every day. You decided probably to brush your teeth twice a day. You decided that you wanted to buy a car, so you decided the car you bought. If we go to even the tiny little things, you decide to have a coffee in the morning. You decide maybe to drink tea in the afternoon. You decide to snack on a Mars bar rather than an apple. All day, every day, we are making decisions. That's our power as a human. But knowing that the decisions that you've made until now has made you who you want to be, if you're ready to change who you want to be, you need to start changing the decisions you make and making those decisions very deliberate and very conscious. Actually, I want to lose weight, therefore I'm choosing and I'm going to decide not to eat the sweets. So the last thing I just wanted to talk about is that the more decisions you make, the better you get at it. Like anything. I grew up hearing over and over again, practice makes perfect. Well, nobody's perfect, but the fact is that the more you do something, the better you get at it. So the more you eat the whole bag of squashies, Nikki, the better you will get at eating the whole bag of squashies. The more I decide not to eat the whole bag of squashies, the better I will get at not eating the whole bag of squashies. So the more decisions you make, the better you will get at making decisions. And where I think a really good way of starting off with this, if you're the type of person that struggles a lot with decisions, is take your pile of junk. Now, everybody must have a pile of something in their house that they need to sort out. I've got a few, but you might have a drawer or a cupboard, or for me it's a little pile of paperwork on my worktop at the moment that I see every day and I think I need to do something about that. So take your pile, whether it's toys or a drawer or paperwork, it doesn't matter what your pile is. Give yourself 15 minutes and go, right, I am going to decide what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, and then decide what I'm keeping, where's it going to go. Like really small decisions just gets you used to making decisions. And the more that you do that, the better you'll get at it. The more you decide not to have that extra glass of wine, the better you'll get at not having the extra glass of wine. The more you decide to go for a run, the better you'll get at going for a run. Can you see how that would work for you? I might not be wording your specific example, but it will resonate with you in things that you need to do in your life. So just to summarize, there is no right or wrong decision. And you get to decide whether that decision is right or wrong. Even if it's cost you a lot of money, you could choose to decide, that was really good to learn. That was a brilliant lesson that I just learned there. Moving on. You could decide that. So there is no right or wrong decision. Not making the decision is actually you deciding to stay the same and not changing anything. And that might be okay. Just know that that's what you're doing. And 3, make the decision for who you want to be or where you want to go or what you want to achieve. So make that decision from your future self, because the decisions you've made up until now has gotten you what you've got today. And by continuing to make those same decisions means that you will continue to have the same life. Can you see how that would happen? And finally, the more decisions that you make, doesn't matter the scale or the impact that you think it might have, the more that you make decisions, the better you'll get at making decisions. So I really hope this has helped you. I really hope that this Friday focus has really just sparked a little bit of a seed, I guess, in your head about how powerful you could be with your decisions and how to take away some of the drama and some of the stress around decisions. Doesn't need to be the case. Just pick something, go with it, learn from it if it doesn't give you your required outcome. So I've used life coaching a lot to learn this skill, and I would love to offer you the opportunity to be life coached as well. So if any of what you've just heard today resonates with you and you want to start making those decisions to help yourself and to move you into who you want to be, then get in touch. My first discovery session is always free. We will look at where you are now, where you want to be in your future, and how I can help you get there. How working together will get you to the result that you want to get. Whether that's weight loss, whether it's a job promotion, whether it's eliminating sugar from your diet like I've done. Get in touch. Make that decision today for yourself to be the future person that you want to be. What would they say to you? I can't wait to meet you. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye.